Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever and whenever you're seeing this video. You're welcome to Creative Mind on Flux TV, the show where business meets with creativity. We bring to you in-depth conversation with remarkable individuals in their industry. And today I have Omedi Odogu 001 Paint Solution Provider. Good day, Ma. How are you doing today?
Good day. Thank you very much. I'm great, and you?
Yeah, you look beautiful.
Wow, thank you very much. You look beautiful as well.
Thank you.
Thank
So, a
you.
quick one into your background. Engineer Barakat Adenike is a renowned civil and structural engineer turned entrepreneur, founder of Glitz Paints and Glizt Care, with dual expertise in engineering and decorative painting. She's a certified painter, interior designer, and current certified engineer. Barakat has over 7 years of experience in the paint industry, offering innovative solutions and high-quality finishes. She's a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and a recipient of prestigious awards. Known as the Odogu 001 Paint Solution Provider and the Billionaire Paint Maker, she sets new standards in decorative coating and interior design. The Billionaire Paint Maker.
Yes, so
Please,
the one and only.
Please, can I get part of the billions?
Oh, no problem.
All
Just
right,
copy
that's
and pound
good.
it.
Okay, so who is Engineer Barakat Adenike apart from this profile I just read out?
Okay, Engineer Barakat is a young lady born and brought up here in the city of Ibadan.
Okay.
Did our primary and secondary school here. Further up in Ogbomoso Lautech, her first degree in civil engineering. Second degree at University of Ibadan,
Okay.
structural and material engineering. And she's a renowned engineer, interior designer, paint maker, an entrepreneur we've been nominated for a federal government award. We've been awarded under the Oyo State government. I think part of it. I also served as the Honorable Youth Parliament of my constituency by the Northwest local government.
Nice.
And just a few of one or two things we've done out there.
What a man can do,
A woman can do better.
and that's why you're here. Why are you not into construction? Why do you have to divert into painting, decoration, and the likes?
Seriously, I never even thought I was gonna to divert into painting and decoration because I love structures.
Okay.
And the part I even love most is when you design, because that is actually where we bring your imagination to
True.
life and everything. But during my NYSC, we used to have Said program, and I remember on that fateful day they were like Said program, and they were calling air making, bead making, leather bag making, and the likes. And before then, while I was in school, even from I think immediately I left out of my secondary school, if I've learned bead making, I've learned how to make air. I did cake making in school. I learned fashion designing. So when they were calling all this, I was like, oh, I've done all these things in the past. And
Jack of all trades.
I tried this, try that, try that. It got to a stage my mom was like, please, my daughter, just face your education. You're good at it. In skills, you're zero. Just don't do anything again. Because the moment I try it, after one or two try, I just let it go. I don't have that passion for it. But as I was about stepping out of the hall, I just heard them call paint making and POP making. I was like, wow. And I love what I read in school as a civil engineer. So I saw it as an addition that, wow, this is going to help my knowledge more in my structural engineering. Let me go for the training. So I went for the training, and that was it. I fell in love with paint making immediately. I was like, so all these paints we used to see and buy, this is how they used to do it. No. I have to be the first person that is knowing this thing. You know the way you look at things that you get. So I was amazed, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna start doing this. So I learned it, and even after camp, I did after camp training. So immediately I got to bed, I was like, this is what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything.
So you dropped the civil engineering, everything?
Seriously, I dropped everything. I did not even go back to it. I remember I had a conversation with my dad, and my dad was like, are you sure? Because mothers now, they can be dramatic. My mom was like, no, you still have to work. I didn't say you should not do this, but you still have to work and everything. And I had a place to work there. Then, when I finished school, just come, there's a place for you and things. I was like, no, Dad, I'm not going. I'm going to do this. I'm like, is this what you want to do? I said, yes, this is what I want to do. I was like, okay, no problem. And he prayed for me, and that was how the journey started.
The journey started?
Yeah.
So how did you pick up the name Glitz Paints?
Okay. Someone when I was growing up, I used to attend a lot of seminars, a lot of trainings, and a lot of things. So when I was 7, I belonged to a Rotaract club.
Okay.
So we had a Rotaract event, Ryla, in Ado Ekiti then. So they brought a lot of people to come and talk to us. And I remember that day one of the speakers said something that if you scroll through our contact, and I don't have like 5 people who I can just say, hey, there I need like 500k, I need 200k, and I cannot boast of calling 5 people and the money we get on my table, then my contact is as useless as anything. That we should not just waste our time gisting, talking, and everything. So immediately the business was about to start, I talked to the man again that okay, I want to start this and everything. So he gave me some insight. So we talked about it. Okay, it's an indigenous brand, but let's give it something very good, a good name. So we had like 4 or 5 names, and I was like, okay, I think I love Glizt. Let me settle with Glizt. So that was how it got started, and I did an online training where I now had the branding done and everything like that. And my mom, that was like, you need to work, you need to work. She was actually my first investor. Now, all the money I brought from my NYC camp, I've used it for training. I bought 1 or 2 machines. I've done branding. So I don't have much. So I spoke to my brother, my uncle, and my mom also. And I picked it up from there. So I used to say that, people pray for gift of men.
True.
My gift of men started from my own family, immediate family. Yeah, and I'm from a polygamous home.
Wow.
But you would never know that because I can call on anyone and they answer me anytime, any day.
Because the love is there.
It's seriously the bond and the love is there, and I thank God for that.
Imagine you get to a building right now and you saw the structure. Is there any way you think your creativity is going to play as you having an idea about civil engineering and also you getting to paint the house? How does your creativity play around?
Okay, like one of the major problem we have in building these days is damp issues. If you enter like 10 houses, you will see like 5 or 6 having damp problem. So from my creativity played along because most builders do not engage in doing a damp proof course or a damp proof membrane. So we have a lot of uprising water from the damp. So at times when I encounter things like that, so my creativity comes from the painting part now because they should have done that during the building part.
Yes.
And it cannot be done again because I cannot start telling them you need to demolish the house and do things like this. So I bring it in, okay, this thing does not have a permanent solution because you should have done that right from the start. But we have a lot of products that can actually give you a temporary solution. But the temporary solution also will be dependent of the moisture content. So we need to at least test for the moisture content for us to know the degree of the moisture it has before we can say, okay, this is the product we're going to use. Because if we did not test the moisture content, we'll still be back to zero. So it's not about you giving us a project, it's not about you giving us the money, it's about us giving you a solution to that your headache. So that's why I tell people that no matter the paint and painting problem you have, I am the 001 paint solver. I am going to solve it for no other person because I know I'm going to give you a solution. And whatever I do, I make sure it has integrity. I will not lie to you. I'll tell you the truth. Even this solution I'm giving you can only last like 5 years. Even when I know it means can do 7-10 years, I try to prepare you that this can only do 5 years because they are all raw materials. Anything can happen because the major problem of damp is water. So the continuous water can actually spoil, can damage and everything like that. So I let you know that I prepare your mind for 5 years. Even when I know it can do 7 to 10 years.
That's nice. I mean, you're always on the safe side.
Yeah. I don't like to overpromise.
You've been in business for 7 years. What are the key strategies you use in building Glitz name, making it a recognized brand? Because a lot of people will be like, oh, I started doing this, and I'm like, I don't think this business is for me. Let me start something else.
Wow, that's a very big question. And one thing I want to say is that manufacturing in Nigeria is not easy. It's not for the faint heart. We keep moving from one, entering into another problem. We keep moving from one, entering into another problem. And paint making generally, it has a low barrier entry. Anybody can actually start making paint. And we have a lot of people that does imitation and everything like that. The key strategy I know I actually deploy was, one thing is I never stop learning. Even till date, I never stop learning. And even when I'm learning, I don't learn alone. I learn with my team. So, because I have a background in civil engineering, I'm not a chemist. So there are times I bring renowned chemists who has over 30-something years experience, 20-something years experience to come and train us, to come and see what are we doing, what can we do better, how can we improve on some other areas. So one of the things that worked for me is that I pay for access and I pay for trainings a lot. I can use my last money in my account to give someone like this come and train me.
Train me. I want to
Yes.
learn more.
I want to learn more because I believe that the day you stop learning is the day you start dying. And this is a field that I need to show up every time. And I need to let my clients know the reason why they need to hire me. And one of the reasons is I need to be knowledgeable in what I'm doing. So I go for trainings and I try different things. I'm a starter. Yeah, I'm a starter. But I'm not
With 7 years experience.
I'm a starter. I'm not really that finisher. There are a lot of strategies. I'll just start. I'm like, oh, well, this thing is not giving me what I want. Okay, let's track it like this. Let's work it like this. If it's not working again, we'll go back to the drawing board. What can we do better? Where are we going wrong? Because one of the problem we have is that most of us do not really know what the problem is. We just do business because, okay, they say we should do business. It's for business sake. Because we are looking for money, because we want to make more money, but it is far-fetched than that. So one thing is that you need to know where the problem, you need to know where your shoe actually itches you. So one of the things is that I always sit down and think, look at where the problem is. Even when money is not coming in or sales is not coming in the way it's meant to be, I will not wait till the end of the month before I start crying over a spilled milk. I would look at it that, okay, this week we've not done this. So averagely, I know what I should do in a month. So if we are not getting close to it, I'll like ask, no, let's tweak this. Is it that we need to run more ads? Is it that we need to do more follow-ups? Because at times we can leave money on a table of follow-ups. So, okay, let's do follow-up. I'll talk to my sales team. Have you called this person? Have you talked to this person? When last did you call this person? And I actually also make it something that is compulsory. You must ask for feedbacks. So when someone buy our paint, we will call you that you get tired of us. It's not as if we just want to hear from you. So be like, please, have you used the paint? If you told us you've not used it, okay, after 2 days again, we'll call you. Ma, please, have you used the paint? The reason why we are doing that is that people have different experience to things. So we want to know if you liked our customer service, if you liked our product, and if you like what it actually gave you, like what we promised you, is that what you actually got from doing this? So we put a lot of things into place. And if everything is not working again, I have a lot of coaches I can run back to. I have a lot of friends I can run back to. I'm doing this and I'm not saying this. What is happening? Can you help me check things? Because at times I tell people that your business, if you're having issues in your business, it's always good for an outsider to look inward. Because we love our business, so we pamper it like a baby. There's some things we should have changed or let go, but because you so love it dearly, you don't want to let it go. So at times I let people outside to view my business from an outside view. What do you think is wrong in this? Do you think, can you hear me look at this from your own perspective? Don't look at it because, okay, you know who Abeke is or anything. Look at it like a product, out there. What do you think we're doing wrong? What do you think we're doing right? So before we roll out anything, I can share a Google form. I can share things. Please, I will just share it to people. Please, you don't know me. Just treat this thing like a normal thing you see out there. What do you think we can twerk? Because the thing is, I don't want to sell to just my friends alone. I want to sell to outsider. So I want them to give me review back based on being an outsider, not because I know this brand. So I think those are the few strategies. Because if I start talking about strategies, I don't think we'll leave here today because there are a lot.
I want to learn. I want to hear from you.
Oh my God. We try different things. We do, because of my own type of business now, we don't directly sell to the end user. We have middle users, which are the engineers, the builders, the architects, the painters, which are the major shareholder in the business. So we try a way to form a bond with those people. So I think 2 years ago, we had a seminar that I can say that no upcoming brand in Nigeria as an indigenous brand has ever done that before. We did it in MAV 21. And when I say, you do something afraidly, like I was like, where will I get people to come?
Do it whether you're okay.
I was like, where will I get people? We did it in MAV. I wanted to use Genesis, but when I got to Genesis, I was like, 500 people. Why will I get 500 painters to come for this event? No, let's just go and use one small place. But I was so amazed. Just by 10 a.m. in the morning, there was no seat for people again. It all was full to the brim. And it's not just by doing that. We did offline marketing. We used radio. I traveled far and wide to go and meet painters. I went to Iseyin. I was at Oyo. I traveled down to Shaki myself just to go and talk to them that, okay, this is a product. We want to come and you want you on board as our major shareholder. And I was not selfish in that act, maybe because I'm also a painter. So I knew what painter wanted, because I graduated for a painting school, distinction. So
Nice.
yeah, I'm a painter, a very good one at
A
that.
certified one.
Yeah,
Let it fly.
please, certified, a trade test certified decorative painter. So what I did was, people that came on board, I was not being selfish about talking about my product. I looked at what are the problems painter have. So that was where I came in from. Because if you look at every other skill out there, let's talk about fashion designing. The innovation is not here. Even sewing a small clothes now, we know how much we used to sew it.
Yes.
So I think painting skill is something people overlook a lot. You'll be hearing, is it not just to carry roller and paint? My dear, it is not just to carry
I can
roller and
paint a house. I mean, just carry on
I,
something.
I'm not arguing with you. But the moment you bring me on board, then you need to pay for my professional skill. So I believe people get underpaid a lot. I don't know, maybe I should say it's from the mindset or something. So I actually brought in a lot of people to come and talk. I brought Honorable Sheya Adisa, who was then the Honorable representing our future constituency, to come and talk about contract. Because that's one of the things painters lack. There is always argument and there's always problem with painter and also home users when there is no written document. At times painters can just look for sheet of paper and put their stuff and everything. Maybe clients will tell you paint here to here, but by the time you start, they can say, "Actually, you did not see that this place also need paint." Before you know it, arguments start coming up. So I brought in a lawyer, a barrister, to come and talk about contract. It's not necessarily you make it big, but just make sure it's a paper.
It's a written
you wrote
one.
everything you want me to do, and the other party also agreed that this is what you want me to do. And we also brought someone that has to talk about fund, because as a painter, if you want to get to a stage in your business, you need to be able to do contracts, you need to be able to get projects without having to get fund from the clients that gives you project like that. There are a lot of companies that give us just purchase order, and your money might come out maybe like after 75 days you have delivered their job. So as a painter, if you don't have way to get that fund, you might not be able to do such project. And in hierarchy of painting, if you are truly a painter, you should be a subcontractor with a lot of journeymen, or you be a contractor to a level that you can undo project without any problem. So I had to bring in Full Range Microfinance Bank, the head of their CEO, to come and talk about how we can get funding. So when you get your PO from companies like that, you can actually be in partner with a microfinance that can fund the project for you. So because things like that will make you have more projects, have more money. So I'm always just so passionate about painting. That's just it. I love painting so much. I think, was it not last week or 2 weeks, I was still talking to some painters about basic understanding of painting and some things you need to, because if you don't look it, there is no how I can trust you with my money.
Yes.
You cannot come to my house and you're telling me that this project is gonna worth 5 million. I look at you from head to toe. You don't even worth
You don't want
50,000 naira. And you all will complain that clients are not paying you, clients are not saying. How are you communicating with your client? What are you making your client see? Some of them will chat me this and this and this, and at times if I go to their social proof, most of them does not even have social proof. And I used to advise people, you need to be so careful of what you put online.
Online, true.
Because a lot of people, before they can do any business with you, the first thing they go to is that they search for you online. So because all of you that you're abusing this person today, you don't know if that person is the person that will give you that great job tomorrow. So you need to be mindful of your comments.
Right.
Even comments at times under people's posts, you need to be
Blogs
mindful.
and the likes.
You need to be mindful. So I tell most of them, at times if I go to some of them, I'll be like, you want me to trust you with my money? And the first thing when I search and I went to your Instagram page, your first 3 posts did not even tell me anything about painting. So why do you want me to trust you with my money? You don't expect me to have the time to start scrolling down. The only way that can make me scroll down is, there are some pages you just land yourself into and you fall in love with it. Before you know it, you start swiping, you start swiping again. But nothing like that. I checked your first 3 posts, I checked the next 3, I checked the next 3, and it's not giving me any vibe that you are truly a professional painter. So why should I give you my money?
If you can't convince me within 1 minute on your page,
Then
there's no need for me to go
there's
forward.
no need for me to give you my money. So when you call something your professional page where you have painting, why are you having other things on it? Keep your I didn't say you should not celebrate your family, but do you celebrate your family on a daily basis?
No.
So there are pin posts. Pin something that has to do about your business on your pin post. There are highlights. Put it there. Something that will make me trust you while landing on your pages. So if you see most of my pages, you always see most of the things. Even on my pin post, you have, I think I have an interview I did with Channels TV. I have a post that talked about my background, what I've done, and everything. So there's no how you come into my page and be like, I don't want to work with this person. You can decide not to work with me, but the percentage will be very low. It's not going to come from the angle that maybe I don't trust this person or maybe this person cannot handle my project. It's going to come personally like, okay, maybe I don't like this person or probably it's far or something. So I told them there are a lot of strategies you need to look out for. It's not compulsory you do all social media. It's not compulsory you do all. Just go with the one that works with you. The only thing is that make sure you are searchable.
True.
At the point your clients will need you. Where do your clients go to search for the kind of service or the kind of product you sell? So make sure you are in those places.
Positioning yourself for.
That is just it. Make sure, okay, is it Google? Make sure you're on Google My Business. Is it TikTok? Make sure you have a statement there. You cannot be everywhere, but just make sure you're doing good at where your clients can search you from. So a lot of things you need to do. You need to see which one works. You need to see which one do not work. Everybody is turning to content now. Everybody has turned to content creator, and it's so disheartening because we now have a lot of content that does not even make sense, all in the names of engagement, likes, and monetization. That does not mean you should join every bad wagon. What you use today some can only work today. You can come online today, shake your body, shake your bum, people will buy from you. Or you come today, you cry to us, you've not had something to eat. We might buy from you today, but we'll not buy from you tomorrow.
True.
Because your emotional story cannot keep getting to us every day. So why not just sit down and look for strategy that will work over time, even if it's not picking up now. So I tell people at times, when you want to do something, you don't expect to get the results now. We need to learn to have a delayed gratification. Like, you don't wait for an instant gratification. Give yourself 6 months. Give yourself 1 year. You will notice that if you are so consistent at that thing, even if you are not where you want to be, something has changed in you.
Definitely.
Because you will have gotten more notice. A lot of people would have known your brand, and before you know it, when you look back, you'll be like, wow, something has changed. So you don't always want something to work right now. No, it's like you're sowing a seed, then you need to water it for it to germinate and things like that. I wrote on my Facebook page some days ago that growth is different. My growth is different from your growth. Some people might start in a year and they blow up, but yours might not be that. And that's one of the problem we have, because people see this business that, oh, this person just started this business and in 1 year or 2 years this person has blew up. We all do what? We all move over to that business without understanding that. See, I tell people, I don't really believe that the pasture is greener on the other side. And this other side you're looking at is that, have you truly assessed that truly the pasture is greener on the other side? Because that other side you're looking at, do you know what soil they're actually planting on, the seed, the irrigation system, and everything? Plantation season for different plants is different. So for someone that is planting a cocoa, you cannot be looking at someone that is planting a maize. A maize planter can have money every now and then, while a cocoa person will still be irrigating that pod he has. It might be there for 10 years. But that 10 years, when that money comes in, oh my God, the maize seller said go bow. So you need to understand your own season and your own time. You need to understand the type of industry you are in. All industry are not the same. I can come into this industry and it's so easy. Some industry you need to knock before the door can be opened onto you. And the more you keep knocking, the more you keep trying, by the time the door opens, voila, you're in it. So you need to understand, what does my industry entails? So you don't just do things because people do it. You do it because you understand it. You do it because you love it. And you do it because you want it. And another thing I want to add is that not all business is business worthy.
So what are the business that are not business worthy?
I cannot start mentioning names of business that are business worthy. But any business you are into that is not scalable is not business worthy. Scalable in sense that you cannot sit down today and be like, okay, I want to scale this business to $1 million. It's not scalable. Either there is no market for it, or there is market, but the product on ground could not even satisfy that market. That's not a scalable business. So you can do it for the passion of it, but you need to look for a business that is scalable. Because as human, you need to always have vision to grow better than yesterday. So if you are in a business that cannot make you grow better than yesterday, so why are you in a business? That's no longer a business. That's something you're passionate doing. So I cannot say this is not scalable, this is not scalable. You should know a business that is scalable, that has the market there. Some business has a good business, but the market is not there. People are not ready for that market. They might not be ready for it now. There are some business that we might not be ready for it now, but later people can jump onto it. That is still fine. But there are some business that the market is there, but the supply is not there. So for a business like that, it's not scalable. So you cannot sit down one day and be like, I want to expand my business to this reach. I want to do more of this. So even in such kind of business, you need to rethink.
You said a whole lot. And I get to understand that different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
Yeah, strategies. I feel like I can start a business with everything you've actually mentioned right now. Yeah, let me just go and start my business. I'm gonna be good. Abeke told me I should do this, I should learn, I should do that, this and that. I'll be good with that. So now you're into painting. Why did you diversify into interior design? Is it the passion or what?
Okay. When I graduated from my painting school, I just felt, okay, let me make it broad. So when you come to us, we can build for you, we can do interior designing, and we can do painting for you. But like I said, we all should know our calling and what we love. I actually graduated from an interior design school, and I can tell you that I do not really take interior jobs. Like when you come to me and tell me, do this for me, like I will reluctantly. It's not something I have that much passion for. But when you come to me, at times I still do it, but I can count the ones I've done. Because you can tell me that, okay, come and check this, come and check that. I might not even remember to come to your site to come and check it. Because interior designer is more broad. So at times I'll be like, I have to take care of furniture, I have to take care of window blinds, the tiling, the this and the that. But when you call me for painting. Oh my God, the next day I'll make myself available at your site. So I did it because I felt, okay, let's learn more. And seriously, I didn't regret learning more. So if I enter into a space now, I can advise you on lighting, I can advise you on blinds, I can advise you on a whole lot of things. That, oh no, we can do this, we can do that, because of the knowledge I have. So tomorrow night I can decide to start building on my knowledge and say, okay, I want to start Glizt interior design or something. But for now, I don't know. We're still there. The knowledge is still there.
Fingers crossed.
Yes.
We have Glitz Paints, we have Glitz Care. What's Glitz Care all about?
Okay, Glitz Care, it's a new product line.
Okay.
That I just gave birth to. It's my new baby.
Your new baby.
Yeah.
How are we nurturing it?
Yeah. For now, what we're doing is that I've sent samples to a whole lot of people. Glitz Care, it's a brand on home care product where we have likes of anything home care, from your dishwash to your toilet wash to your tiles cleaner, mopping freshener, air freshener, insecticide, name it, cow wash and everything like that. So what we are doing now is that we've sent samples all out. I've sent it to my friends, I've sent it to my friend's mother, the ones in Nigeria. Please use this, give me your feedback, let's know what we can work on. Because one thing that you should always expect at Glizt is excellence. We go all out to give you the best. Like, we don't want to have any headache using our product. So the pipeline we have now is that we've sent out samples. A lot of reviews have been coming in. Some have been telling us what we need to do better on our packaging and some things. And the next line is that we're getting it certified. I'm not of a school of thought that until you get big before you get necessary certification. Right from the start of Glitz Paints, I started the certification for SON. I walked into SON office and I told them I want to get my paint certified. And then my boss were like, are you normal? Like, even me, I don't have SON certification yet. Why should you go and do SON? Like, it's until you're big, blah, 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 and everything like that. But I'm so grateful I made that decision. And the reason I could make that decision was because I went to learn. I went to an entrepreneurship school, EDC. So part of it was like, okay, what certification do you need? And immediately I did that lesson. I walk into SON office. I don't know where is SON office in Ibadan. Google brought their address, and I walk into their office. I want to get SON certified for this product, this product. Like, you buy this, you buy this, you buy that. I bought everything. The journey was not easy, but I could say that I'm glad I did. There's some grants I've won, all because we are certified. Because at the level of the final stage, you just be like, submit your certification. And I don't have any problem. I just scan my certification to them because I have it already. So presently now we're also trying to work on NAFDAC. So we are on the pipeline now, we're on the trademark pipeline and everything like that. So no matter what, even if you're just starting, make sure you have all your certification ready. Like I tell people that don't make a decision based on where your business is now. Make a decision based on where you want your business to be tomorrow. So if you want a very big business that people sought after, look at products that people sought after. What are the things they have? Make sure you try to get it. It's not going to be easy. When I did my SON, I first paid the person that did the test. Later, SON came up with something that if the person that did the test does not have this stamp from this clinical, they cannot take it again. I have to redo it again. When I was doing it then, it was not easy for me because we were just starting out. We were barely selling how many drums of paint there. In a week, I might not even sell 5 drums. I'm still going around to tell people where we sell paint and we do this. I have one bike man on standby that used to carry me around to site and everything. But despite that fact, I was still like, no, I'll get this product registered. And they made it so easy. They were so friendly. So when they come around to my factory, because I started from just one room in my father's house. So when they come around to that same one room, they will advise me on what to do better. They will tell me, okay, you need to do this, just do. They were so friendly. So they don't just come and be like, no. They'll tell me, no. You need to do this, get this. These are the next thing you've done. Okay, we've seen that you've improved this month. These are the next thing you need to improve on. So it gave me much idea even about the industry that I don't know, because they let me know some other things that I do not know about. So getting your certification is like your number one thing after CAC. After you get your business registered, if your product is a product that needs certification, then you should start it. Even when you do it now, you don't have money, leave it. When you have money again, go back to it. Before you know it, you are moving closer to what you want than not even doing it at all. The day that big grace you have been praying for land on your lap, and the only thing that will deny you of that grace is because you have decided not to get certified, you will not even be able to cry. And this is not about village people. It's about your decision. Because there are some people that will not even work with you if there is no certification there. And it's that thing, is until you work with some kind of people or some kind of company before you know that, yes, truly I've arrived. Yes. So that's what we have on the pipeline. And a lot of things is on the pipeline. Like one of my coach will say is that success is a script. So you need to write the script of your success. You need to have a game plan for everything. So you need to sit down. This is my business. How successful do I want this business to be? So you need to start writing your script. This product, I want it to be in this country, and this country. Okay, so how do I get to this country, and this country? Oh, I need to do this and this and this. So that is a script. Before you know it, you're following it, and you'll be moving closer to that success goal you want. So it's a script and you need to follow it. Not something you just write and put somewhere in your diary. No. It's something you need to look at, because every little thing in your business will move you closer to your goal. Every little thing, your operation, your staffing, your inventory, every little thing, your marketing, every little thing will move you closer. Because it's when you know your success that, okay, this is the goal I want to achieve this. Let's say this month I want to make so amount of naira. So you now move to your success script. Okay, to make this, how many of this, if you're selling this, how many of this do I sell? When you now know the unit of this you need to sell, okay, you now sit down. Who are those that need this thing? So when you now know who that need, I'm like, where do I find these people? When you now know where to find them, how do I reach them? So you are writing the script one after the other based on the vision you want for the business. And before you know it, solution will start coming, because the moment you give yourself time, sit somewhere, relax, your brain will do the taxing for you. It's in there. The solution is in here. But the problem is that we don't actually give ourselves the time to sit and think. So when you just think and start breaking it down, you don't need to start from a big thing. Just start from what you want. Start breaking it down. Before you know it, the solution is somewhere there. At times, you might just need to talk to a few family members and voila,
Network it
they will
for
network
you.
it. And that was how I started when it got to a stage. I started telling people close to me, please, can you give me a contact of an engineer? Do you have like 2 engineers, 3 engineers? Who built your house? Is the architect? Please let me talk to them. So that was where we started building Glitz Paint Network. Because when you come from people, when you're being referred, it has given you like 50% chances
Yes.
that the person will listen to you. So that was one of the things I used when I started. So I'll be like, please, I started calling people, even the neighbor beside my father's house, please, who built your house? Can you introduce me to the engineer? Please, can you give me 2 engineers on your contact? Can you give me 3 engineers? Before you know it, this engineer will be like, okay, because it came from this, okay, let me try 1 drum. Okay, let me try 2 drum. Before you know it, you started buying from us.
Yeah, true.
So it's just all on your writing your success script. What do you want? How do you want to get it? What marketing channel are you using? And your marketing channel will be based on, okay, the people you want to reach, where are they? Not everybody is online. So offline marketing is still a big deal. Doing radio, billboard adverts, TV adverts, they still make a lot of sense. The issue is that it's not like measurable the way we measure online, that I spent this money coming, it's broad and everything like that, but it still works. There's some business that you still have to bring them offline. They cannot sustain online.
True.
Because the people you are targeting are not Instagram
No,
people.
not there.
They don't sit on phone like me and you. So you still need to go to their faces and where they are. So the only reason or the only thing that will make you know where they are is because you've written down your scripts.
Yeah, the
and
traditional marketing.
you've determined that, okay, yeah, I need to go with the traditional marketing. And even traditional marketing, which of the traditional marketing?
Why, who, where?
You need to do that. So, and no one will do that for you. So you need to sit and do that yourself. And you don't, because your competitor is doing this, yourself, you go and do it. Because your competitor that is doing this already has his or her own strategy written down, knows why he or she is doing that. You don't know their end goal. You might not have the same end goal at heart. So when you are copying, you should copy with sense. You should copy with sense. Yes, you can look at what your competitor is doing. It's part of business. And the reason why you're looking at it is that you want to look at their strength. You want to look at their weakness. You do a SWOT analysis on your competitor, like, okay, what's their strength? How are they doing it? What is their weakness? So you can pick maybe their own weakness, you add it to your own strength to make it better. What opportunities in this industry? You need to look at it. What threats? Every industry has its own threat.
Yeah.
So how do I mitigate the threat? How do I mitigate the risks? Those are the things you need to sit down and analyze yourself. A consultant cannot come and help you analyze this better than you in the business.
Yes.
Because even at times you can bring a consultant into your business and they'll be the one that will even turn your business upside down. And the reason is because they don't understand how your business works. Yeah, so a coach was sharing with me that she brought in a consultant for her business, and that day she just said, okay, let me go to my store, and she went there and all the staff were crossing their T's, as in they were crossing their leg, nobody was doing anything. For a manufacturing business, I was like, why you guys not? And you're the one that brought consultants now. Consultant said we should start work by 8. Seriously? She was like, oh my God. And the reason is that because the consultant does not even understand what business it is. So you can tell the normal person to start by 8. But if for a manufacturing business that needs to supply something in the morning to people, maybe you do bread or everything, and you now want to start working by 8 a.m. So the people you want to sell that bread to, is it by 10 they will come in or by 11? So at times you need to understand your business very well. So even if you are bringing people in, for someone that is knowledgeable that you are bringing in, the first question they will ask is, they want to know about your business. Tell me about your business. That is where they will like, okay, this is where I can come in from. So you need to understand the nitty gritty to the last thing in your business. You need to understand it. So industry, going for industry events so you can be able to learn more is not a waste of time. Because there are always people that are more knowledgeable than you, either you like it or not.
Definitely.
So you need to learn from.
No one is an island, and no one is an island of knowledge.
Yeah, no one is.
Definitely.
So that's all about business. You need to keep learning. You need to unlearn some things, and you need to relearn some things.
Definitely.
So
We spoke about SWOT earlier and we spoke about threats. So has there been any time probably you had a threat in your business or probably any challenges you felt like, I don't think I want to do this. We can't keep going on and say, okay, yeah, it's positive, positive. There are sometimes there are negative feedbacks that will just throw us back and be like, what has it been like for
Oh,
Glitz Paints?
I can say that since I started Glitz Paints, I used to be so positive. But I could tell you that December last year, I felt like,
What am I
I'm
doing?
tired of this. Like, I'm just so tired. You know, when you've done a lot of things, I'll be like, I'm not supposed to be here. I should have gone past this. I've done this. I've done this. I've done that. I was so tired of the business. I was so tired of Glitz Paints. And I was in a business class. And I was saying it to my coach and few others on that call. I'm tired of my business. And they were like, you know what? Just give yourself a break. Anything about your business for now, just leave it. What do you like doing best? I said, oh my God, I love going out. I love to have fun. Go and enjoy yourself. Go for a spa date. Do something you love. Just forget about it because it is normal. But one thing is, even when it happened, people outside does not even know I was going through anything because I was still showing up. It was after that time I did a trade fair in Abuja. All through the trade fair in Abuja, people did not even know something was wrong with me. I was literally tired of the business. We're even having rally for the business and I was sitting down in one of my sister's car, the utensils. I didn't even come out. And it was so unusual of me for people that knows me. I have energy and everything like that. I was just so tired. The trade fair came, I just did the little I could do. But you know, right from there, I met with the first lady of Kwara State. We talked and everything, and my spirit came up again. That's one thing about business. This minute you are tired, the next minute you are all around everywhere. Even till January, I went to Kano again for another trade fair. I did not do any content. I was just tired of the business. Even one of my coaches was like, "Is it compulsory you go? Just sit down." Like, I'll go. No worry, I'll be alright. I went for the flex of it and everything like that. Like, I'm already in this. I'm just tired of the business. It has never happened before. That was the first time it happened, which was this year. I didn't really show up for my business the way I used to, but I was still showing up the little way I could. And since I heard from one of my coaches I should stay away from the business, so I stayed away. So I was not pursuing that, oh, my goal is not being met. I was not pursuing that, oh, we've not made sales. I was not pursuing all of that because that could add to what I was feeling, and I can feel so terribly bad. So I didn't do that. I just let it go. Like, if people call, they need, buy, go. So I was not in a hurry to make more sales or anything. I just want my head to be free of anything and everything about Glitz Paints. Just give me a break, please. So I was on a break. I think that first day, it was even during Ramadan, or where I was just ordering food, sip right. I was just doing things I love. Please, I cannot come and kill myself. That's the point I am now. So before you know it, after a while, the motivation was back, and we were back to the business in full. See, one thing is that now who give up, now you fuck up.
Definitely.
And giving up is not in our dictionary.
It's not.
We can fail, yes. I tell people,
pushing it.
Failure is part of success. If you want to achieve success and you're scared of failing, then you're not ready. You need to fail. You need to fail. But the only thing is, after failing, you learn a lesson and you move on. So you will not make that mistake again. Because your failure is an experience. It's even what you teach onto others that so by this time I failed in doing this, I failed in doing that. So I'm not always scared of failing. I used to jump. When they say someone is audacious, please, I'm number one. That audacity is in me. Like, in me. For me to carry paint to a Kano trade fair that I know no one in Kano. Nobody is buying my product in Kano. And I went to Kano. Give it up to me.
I'm giving it to you. I'm giving it to you.
I have that audacity. I can jump into anything. That I jump into it and I'm like, what did I jump into?
But no, don't worry, we're gonna go through it. We'll go through it.
That's just it. I do things without even, I don't like thinking back for part. I don't get time for that thinking. Immediately I set my mind to something. And my friends knows that this, immediately my mind said, I'm doing this. I'm doing it. I'll look for every possible means to get it done. Just like I said, like we started Glizt Care. I just felt, okay, let's do something else for Glizt. Before I chose Glizt Care, I tried Zobo making. Yes, I went to learn it. I paid someone to learn Zobo. Like, I want to know how it is done. I tried it. I tried it. I think yes, during Ramadan also I tried it. I made it. I was like, oh, we made it. My sister was like, we made mistake. I was like, this is first try now. Why would you expect me not to make mistake? I'm not God. I must make mistake. I must learn from that mistake.
Yeah.
This is my first time of trying it. So if it did not end the way I want it to end, does not mean I'm a failure. This is a first trier. We need to learn to tell people that failure is normal. I think from Africa background, you cannot go with F9, you cannot fail. So we used to believe winning at the first try is everything. No, it's okay to fail. Relax. Enjoy your failure in peace. And not in pieces. When you enjoy it is when you learn from it. So enjoy it. Just sit and enjoy it. Look at it that, okay, this is where I fail. I'll be okay, so I can do this better. I can try this better. Because the moment you're agitated, oh, I fail, you will not be able to learn the right lesson you're supposed to learn. And it's normal. We've heard stories of a lot of people. We've heard Coca-Cola story. We've heard 7-Up story. Even Thomas Edison, all this light and everything. We've heard their story. Yeah. How could someone fail 1,000 times and it will still keep? So why you would not fail once or twice and believe that's the end of the world?
We're all human, so we tend to fail.
That is why you need to have network of people. Like I used to make it so intentional, the network of the people I have around me. I cannot be calling numbers to some people and you be telling me it's not possible. You are not in my network. I call numbers, big numbers, and this is the number I want to do. And the next thing my network, okay, so how do you want to do it? You don't tell me in this economy it's not possible. It's not possible. No. I've sat down in classes where I see people that have made it in big numbers here in this country, legitimately.
So I'll make it.
Yeah,
the assurance is there.
So it has actually changed my mindset. It has opened my mindset. So you need to find yourself with people you are of the same mindset. I cannot call some numbers out to some set of friends I have. Because to them, be like,
this is too much. No.
It's
You're going
above
off your limits.
It's above their level. And I don't argue it out. Because at times, when you argue with people or you're trying to teach people, they can actually drag you to their own mindset without you knowing. So you need to be careful of the people you argue with. Because directly or indirectly, they can affect your own mindset. So it's not everybody that is drowning in water you save. Because at times when you save some people drowning in water, they can actually pull you into that water. So I don't argue with anybody. You see what you want to see. I see what I want to see. There's two sides to a coin. So pick yours while I pick mine. So if I've seen that you are that kind of person, I don't argue.
I'll just let you
be
in your lane.
Oh, that's what you see. Fine and good. Me, I see Nigeria as the most prosperous country.
Nice
and I will be favored in this Nigeria. There was a reason why I was born into this country, and I will achieve that reason to the fullest. So that's my mindset. So anything you see, good for you. Me, I'm seeing the positive part, and before you know it, positive things will surely come to me. So that's how it is.
Affirmation works. Affirmation works a lot.
A whole lot.
A lot, yeah.
A lot. What you say to yourself matters. It matters a lot. So that's why I look at people that curses themselves like, now, you don't do that with me, because I'm praying self. I don't know which one God answers. So you don't add some cost to it. Please, not where I am. No. You need to be positive minded. No. Even when you see that things is not going your way, you need to be positive minded. So at times I used to have some secret shifter. In my house, they be like, what's wrong with this girl again? I can just start singing loud. I'll start, that music safe. You be like, what's happening? As at that point, I need a mind shifter. My mind is, because yes, we are women, negative thoughts will always come. But there's not even how negative thoughts will not come. Because if you open your phone now, you see like 10 negative news. You know, before you see one positive self. So indirectly or indirectly, these messages goes into our mindset. So it's bound to happen. But you need to send that negative thoughts back. So the way I send it back is I play music. I start screaming and shouting. Even when I did not play music, I start singing myself, dancing and shouting. So it's going to bring me back to my happy frequency. So my happy frequency will always make me to have a positive thinking. So that's how I made it down.
Nice one. I like that.
It's not as easy as that. So you're not someone that you come and say some news to. Please, I don't need it. I block my ears. Do you? No. I'm still trying to maintain a frequency. You don't want to come again and no. Please don't bring that. Let me just stay. Don't worry. You go with that. Me, this will not happen to me. That is not what I want. So why should I think about it? Why should I talk about it? That's not what I want. It's what I want to talk about. So that my subconscious mind can get it that I want positive things.
Always. Okay, quick one. If you get a negative feedback from a client, probably you did a work for them and you got a negative feedback, how do you handle the criticism around it?
I handle it so well because one thing is that I tell people we're into manufacturing, anything can happen. Anything can happen. Though at times it might be painful. Just like, okay, I had an experience, I think 3 weeks ago. There's a client that paid us since last year for some drums of paint, and he wasn't ready to paint, so he kept it with us. So when he was ready to paint around March, we dispatched. We made it new. We made it then, but when it was not ready, we sold it up. So we did it again and we dispatched it to him. So he didn't even now paint it in March again. He left it and stored it somewhere. It was not stored in a good condition, but I didn't even know. He just came to chat me in April. You guys are scammer. You scammed me. And normally it was the office line, the sales right, but I used to have access to it. So that evening I had access to it, so I took it up. I didn't even allow my sales team to take it up. I said, scam. How? We don't scam here. Oh. This is not a scam zone. What exactly happened? Now said then the paints were watery. This. There's two particular color out of what it bought. It was not good at all. It was watery. It was this. It was that. I was like, okay, sir, we don't scam. But by tomorrow morning, I will escalate to the right. He does not know I was doing all the business. I was still talking as if I was the sales rep. I said I will escalate it to the right channel. I will talk to the quality control. I'll talk to the boss as well and everything, and I'll get back to you, sir. So I just went to our WhatsApp group. By tomorrow morning, and every product that goes out, every batch, we used to keep samples for things like this. So I was like, by tomorrow, so product that went to your town, blah 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 blah. I want you to check the samples and I want to see what the problem is. By the time we checked the sample from my own side, nothing was wrong with it. It was still in a very good condition. So the man, so as they were showing me the video of everything from the factory, I was forwarding it to the client that, sir, this is the one we have. Or is this not the color you bought? Is this not this? Nothing is wrong with it. What exactly happened? To cut the long story short, the man said, hey, you have to go and buy another paint. He does not even know why he bought this. He's so annoyed. He's not happy at all. I was like, okay, don't worry. I've sent a mail to the quality control and I've copied the CEO in this matter. So the CEO also knows about this. We don't scam people. We don't do it here. Anything can happen. We can assess that anything can happen. We deal with chemical. We all know about endothermic and exothermic reaction. There can be a backward reaction. Anything can happen.
Sure.
But as a client, you might not understand that. And as the supplier of it also, we need to be in our client's shoe for us to solve their problem. That's why we're in business. So I told him, okay, I've sent a mail. I'm not in Ibadan presently. I'm in Lagos. But I've sent a mail. I've copied the CEO. Everything is going on at our end. The man made a complaint today. And the next morning, we shipped 30 drums of paint to Oyo to replace what he said was bad. And I said one of the team also to go with them to see what exactly went wrong. So when we got there, we now had to know that where they kept the paint, there was no ventilation. They kept it in a store. So we collected the 30 drums that they said it was bad back. Some of my team were even like, we should go and bring down one because we can still work on it. It's not as if it has gone really that bad. Or we should go there and do this. I said no. By the time we do that, if that paint eventually has problem, maybe the painter, they will still be saying this is this. No. Do another one, a fresh start, take it there and bring that one back to the factory. I even got to a stage when he's saying the painter was like, and the ceiling, they're supposed to paint the POP ceiling once. I was like, sir, that is where I'll have problem. From everything, I don't want to talk because I don't want to be as if I'm defending our product. But aside from being a sales rep to Glitz Paints, that's how I quote it, I'm also a professional painter. Not a professional by just mouth. I've gone to a painting school and I'm also certified by the Labor Ministry. No painter will paint a ceiling in just one coat. Yeah, you can back roll, but you don't back roll all paint. So from this, I could tell that your painters are not professional painters. But I don't need to go there. So these are the things that went wrong with your paint in case of next time. Where you kept those paints is not in a good condition. It's a store. He said, but they open and pick something. I said, you open and pick something and you lock it back. We always say to put paint in a well-ventilated place. But we need to do this because we have a brand name to protect. And we don't take back products most times. We only do when we notice maybe the mistake is from us or anything. But because the way the client was coming, calling us a scam, oh my God, I'm not a scam. I don't scam people. Go through my pages. I'm not a scam. No. Anything I promise is what I deliver to you. I would never under-deliver. We are currently handling a project in Banana Island, and the paint quoted for was 224. At the end of the day, we had to use 157. The client does not even know. I was like, no. My mind could not take it. I had to write the client. Out of the 224, we supplied 157, and 157 should be enough to cover the project. And he has paid some money. So I told him, so you have so money with us, and this and this. I gave the breakdown. Because in my mind, I was like, how can I be sure that he would not know? What if he eventually knows about it? So I should not do what I'll now be at your mercy for. No, I don't like to be at the mercy, people's mercy for things that are shady. You can never find us there. So when we tell you we are giving you this, we are giving you this. Unless if we want it to be ourselves, we can never do like this. We don't do it. And that has actually speak for us a whole lot. The integrity has actually speak for us. You know, when people now say, no, you need to go and do this. So we don't get sad or we don't get defensive when it comes to criticism. We just look at what the problem is, because those are what will make our service better. So that's from the angle I look at it.
All right, thank you so much for your time. I mean, it's a whole lot. I've learned. Don't worry, you start seeing heritage as a business right now, and I learned it from who? From Glitz Paints.
No problem. I wish you success.
Amen. Thank you.
Thank you.
A quick one for a woman in the male-dominated industry. Where do you see Glitz Paints in the next 5 or 10 years?
Oh my God, Glitz Paints is going to be top best paints in West Africa in the next 5 to 10 years.
5 to 10 years.
Yes, because we're not only taking Nigeria, we're taking the whole of West Africa. So that next to 10 years, you can never count top 3 paints in the whole of West Africa. You will not mention Glitz Paints.
Yeah, true. That makes a lot of sense. And finally, give me a message you have to say to every young creative out there, and as an entrepreneur, what should they keep doing for every young people out there? Because a lot of people would start a business and feel, I don't think this is for me, and want to drop it, and they want to start something else again. And we all know that entrepreneurship is not easy in this economy and everything. What do you have to say to young creatives? Okay,
the first thing I have to say is that they should have a purpose. If you are purpose driven and you're so sure that yes, this is what you want to do, please keeping at it. Be consistent. Do not look at the next person beside you. Face your own business. And the best thing is, please put God in his place. Don't drag the chair with God. Let God take his place in your life and in your business. And as they say, God blesses effort, not just prayer. So you need to put on the effort. It is never going to be easy. Never. But don't ever give up.
Don't give up.
Yeah.
Because some person will give up, fuck up, right?
Serious fuck up.
All right. Thank you so much for this beautiful episode. I'm sure you've been able to pick one thing or the other from this episode. And I can tell you need to have a purpose. You need to be consistent. And also, you need a lot of strategies to keep your business going. Until next time on Creative Mind. God bless you.